We are back to Secrets of the Myth for Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, before you say anything, for those who haven't been keeping up, I got 2 of the endings of Secrets of the Myth, but there's a 3rd ending. But there's also things I need to get, like the collectibles. We're going to send a few episodes to get into collectibles, so let's do a new game. It might erase the profile data, but I'll keep all the collectibles, which is something I really wanted. Let's go. I'm going to say this for you guys. I'm going to skip this part real quick. So let's explain something real quick. Dispatch originally said at the beginning of the game that Arnold needs to get the schematics for the Mimic, which is a creation by Edwin Murray. Unfortunately, though, Dispatch did not really do that. It was really the Mimic. Now, there's been some questions about how did the Mimic get the access.
Those motion sensors never tell the truth.
See, listen to that.
How am I supposed to get in?
To access the building, you've been provided with a data diver tool.
So this is the thing, though. This is the part where it gets a little confusing. Some people might thought the Dispatch
Good job.
originally had it.
That data diver is your master key to the MCM facility. Do not lose it.
See, right there. That's, I believe that's real.
Retrieve our property.
But it says retrieve property, but
Over and out.
it seems to me, though, Dispatch knew about things. But unfortunately, though, this is just me personally. I believe the Dispatch was not the Dispatch. It was all the Mimic the whole time. Now, you go to the building, you're going to see this.
The MCM facility is temporarily closed.
MCM is Murray's costume manor. And you probably think to yourself, oh, there's no way. I just noticed something, though. I totally missed this from the game. This is the first mailbox. So we're going to get this. We're going to get the first mailbox. We're going to look around real quick, make sure I don't miss anything, like gifts or something, or other random stuff that could be beneficial for collectibles. There are a lot of things to point out, though. In the bad ending, the van got moved, which tells us the Mimic drove the van, which is how he was able to get in. If the Mimic is so powerful, it basically tells me that the Mimic also mimics character personalities and everything. I'll go over here, you try to go over, there's a gate that says closed, so you can't go over there. So you gotta open the gate here. Now, since I played around the game, let's walk around a little bit. This is a little playground area. There, looks like. It was close. The reason it was closed, it was because it was for David. David was Edwin Murray's son, but he passed away tragically in an accident. So, to this day, Edwin Murray was still grieving. But an incident in the canon ending with Murray might have hurt him permanently, and maybe he passed away from the accident. Now, looking around, there's obviously a lot that I hope probably miss, so I gotta really look around to make sure I don't miss anything this time around, including the collectibles and everything. There's the slide of David right there. That was a gift to him if you those haven't played the game. Unfortunately, though, David apparently ran off and got hit by a vehicle and passed away. Poor guy. So there it is.
Welcome, potential buyers, to Edwin Murray's Costume Manor,
MCM.
leading powerhouse in costume entertainment and carnival game technologies. Woo! Come in and see what
And there
Murray
is
can do for your
the
carnival, amusement park,
Fazbear's
midway,
Pizza.
or fun fair.
And
This client tour will
be
show you
yourself.
just what I'm capable of. Get ready to be amazed.
Show
Don't
started
forget,
soon.
Every one of my creations are available for purchase or lease.
So there's that. And we look around. Looky here. There's Happy Frog right there, I believe. And then Happy Frog Band. And we step in the middle here. This is why I can understand people may not understand. But this is 70s and 80s technology. 1979 to be specific. Mr. Helpful, who ends up becoming Helpy later on. Yeah, another Easter egg for you guys. And there's, if you look over there, there's Monty, I believe, right there. And hippo. And the B characters. Ugh. Not gonna lie, the song is kind of a 70s style a little bit. And there's no way to get through here yet, so there's a lot to get through it. Rocktopus. And I'm a little triggered here because I'm a drummer, for anyone to know. Check out my music channel if you haven't seen it. And I actually do not like that they don't sync the drums with the animatronics. See, he's moving around, but there's no drums. Ugh. Looks like open the door is out the question because there was a malfunction. So once that happened though, that's when everything had to come into play. So first, I have to move this little gear. Octopus has to be moved back, and nice floor toms and a snare, I will assume. And this is at this day driver it has 6 levels, so you gotta get them all in order to get through the facility. And there's a lot. And this is a Fredbear's Family Diner pizza, so this kind of reveals another Easter egg that there was Fredbear's at the time, but there wasn't anything else. And this is security, but we don't have that access yet, so we gotta build up to it. And look, as you walk around through the building, you kind of get an understanding. And there's a little power generator. Now these are the generators that were gas powered, so you gotta like really pull hard a little bit, and then you open the door. All right.
Hey, you made it. I knew you would. That big.
Wait.
But seriously, great job. Now that you're there, man.
Whoa.
It'll be very difficult for you to turn back.
That's new.
I should probably level with you. We're still detecting.
This is new. That's a new collectible. Because that is the version of the mimic that basically is a hallucination. So really plays with your head.
Unfortunately, it seems that one of his most creative
And it basically sounds like David.
encountered some homicidal glitches in its programming. These things happen, and I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. But you should.
I'll just ignore this dude and just go to work.
He was working on an endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume or character, large or small, with the ability to take on the persona of the character it occupies.
We'll just listen to it as we do the work, as we can.
We'll be working on some
And
ideas on how to
we're gonna go to
neutralize
work
these rogue endoskeletons.
quickly.
But it-
Alright, here we go, and boom. We got security upgrade. But I am gonna avoid the monstrosity. But there's also this little stuffed animal. Let's try to get. Oh, we can't get in there because we don't have any power. So let's just get. So let's get the power done before we continue. That's probably back here. And I remember correct that because in the power room, you really gotta light everything up in that one area. Like that's when the mimic comes to life. There we go. Alright, just watch come to life. So it goes to full power right here. And after that, there we go. We just get it all powered up and everything. It's not very easy when we first try, but then after you get everything powered on,
most likely
this is this is our last
Your
one
data
right here.
diver doesn't have
August
executive
3rd.
permission
Mailbox
yet,
is
so you can't
full.
get anywhere near it.
Foreclosure. Alright, first let me put this little guy in. And well, let's look at the collectible. White tiger doll. And the tools to crank. We're gonna need to get that crank. But we gotta be careful though, because that's when the mimic comes to life.
Now, what are you waiting for? Keep on trucking.
Okay, we're gonna look at this helper. And let's look at the Run Moon XL. And is there a way we could look at this? Is there a toy box? Sharpie, plushie inside. So looking at the top right, there is a thing number that tells us we need 25 collectibles. We gotta find 25 collectibles. Now TC, who has reminded me that the Moon X will be used for later. So I'm gonna get this. First, I'm gonna get this cranking. But this is where I walk back a little bit because I don't want to get too close. Because if you notice, there's a wood box right there. The mimic comes out right now. So we gotta run out of the area real quick. Because you don't want to deal with the mimic. Oh! This was my first jump scare for credit, for those who are wondering. This is the first distraction. This is where I break ankles. So I'm running over here. And we gotta open this quickly because the mimic can get me real quick. Now, that is our way in. We did security and... Okay, there's a clue right there. So, if we already did a mailbox, it doesn't turn on. So, we have to find every single one of them and turn them on. Now, we got a new problem. This is a new access area, and we need the creator to part, and that's going to be a little bit. We have a long way to go before we get to that. And there's a code we need to find around this area as well. So, what do? Just have to keep looking. Look around. Keep walking around through the building until I find what I need. And there's an elevator. And there's more access. Now I'm gonna keep... Now, there's obviously a lot I still need to get, but don't worry. I'll get there. There's a 5 right there. And then we'll go to the elevator. That's a loud elevator. So we're on the 2nd floor now. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Another power outage. This is a part where it gets a little serious. With another power outage there, now I have to get another power room. So let's go in this room real quick. And we gotta update the data driver once again. You're seeing more stuff that you probably would never see. This is a repair upgrade in the data driver. Then you go here, and then back over here, and there you go. We got that. And that's how I got permission granted already. It's a lot easier to use the data pad since now that you get it. And now look at here. There's another. There's the mask. I really should have put this in here. I thought you had to use it to get more, but obviously now I know that you're really not supposed to just carry it around and fix something. Come on. Gotta hurry. Yeah, I got a high score, but I didn't get the achievement. So, that's gonna be to be determined, though. Hopefully, though, I just get through the big top experience and everything, but I gotta be real, guys. It's gonna be a little harder than I thought. But hey, got some collectibles so far. That big tiger doll might be something. Anyway, I'll see you next time. God bless you all. Don't forget it.